2020-2021 season with new health and safety protocols. To break it all down for us, we have Fox 35's Robert Guadarrama. Robert, what is going to be different for these sports fans who are heading out there to see the Magic?
You know, the most noticeable difference will be the crowd is going to be significantly smaller than we're all used to attending an arena. This arena behind me, the Amway Center in downtown Orlando, fits a little over 18,000 guests, fans in the stands. But the Magic with the NBA and with the venue, they've come to the agreement that they're going to cap that at 4,000 for Magic games at least until things improve with the pandemic. But for the first 5 games, which that's why we're out here tomorrow. This time tomorrow, the Magic will be taking on the Heat inside the arena. The first 5 games will be just 2,000 attendees inside the arena. So that's going to be the biggest difference, is that the crowd is going to be smaller, and that's all, of course, to allow for social distancing inside the arena bowl. They are actually going to be spacing everyone out by parties at least 6 feet in every direction from one another. So definitely a socially distant experience inside the arena.
Yeah, so I was just playing out some of that video that they put out as a teaser, the Magic, and it was saying 6 feet, you got to stay away from each other. So how are they going to figure that out with how big your group is? Is there like only a certain amount of people who are allowed to come, or your group size, can it be as big as you want it to be?
Sure, I was told that the group size needs to be 4 people max. Whether or not they are actually following that, we're gonna have to wait and see tomorrow. Now, Ticketmaster was in charge of course, selling the tickets and dispersing the audience. They have an algorithm that figures it all out. But we'll look tomorrow to see exactly how big the parties are. But I was told 4 people is the max per party. Again, they're not expecting any large groups to come. But one thing that I do want to mention is that before anyone even heads down to the arena, they will have to fill out a questionnaire on an app. It's actually the company Clear that does the airport screening, the private company doing airport screenings. Clear has a house screening app, and folks that have tickets to any of the games will actually have to fill out that app, and it will tell them whether or not they should be even coming down to the venue. So it's going to ask them if they're experiencing any kind of symptoms, what their temperature is, and they'll have to show that at the door here to allow them entrance. So yeah, a very different experience. But again, these measures begin before folks even arrive here at the door. I'll kind of continue on. Once you head inside, security is going to be a little different as well. They've actually banned any kind of bags. They're allowing, women to bring wallets, but nothing bigger than a clutch. And that is to avoid security having to go through any kind of bag and do any kind of transferring of germs during that process. Once you step past security, you will actually have your ticket on a mobile app. There will be no paper tickets, and you will scan your own ticket at a kiosk to allow you access. So it really is a touchless experience inside. They're going fully cashless. So at all concessions, there will be no transferring of cash throughout the arena.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question. So there is concessions there too?
Concessions will be individually wrapped. They will also be covered. Here's one thing that everyone's asking is about masks. Masks will have to be worn the entire time except while eating or drinking, but you can't just walk around the arena and eat or drink. You can't grab your hamburger and fries and eat them on your way back to your seat. You have to keep that food covered, and not take your mask off until you are at your seat, of course, with that distance around your bubble. So yeah, the mask will be required. They actually said they will give folks 3 times. They will tell, the first time will be a verbal warning if you are seen without your mask on while you're not eating or drinking. Second time, they'll actually hand you a card with a written warning there, kind of telling you, all right, this is getting serious. You got to pay attention to the rules. Third time you're caught without your mask on, you will be asked to leave the game.
This is just so interesting to me because obviously in the sports arena, it's all about the commotion and the chaos and, rooting everyone on. Do you think you can yell as loud in a mask for the Magic? That's the real question here.
Yeah, you're not going to be, it's going to be pretty quiet inside. You know, even once they get up to the 4,000 people, that is less than 25%, more around 23% of capacity. So it's going to be pretty quiet. In fact, the folks here at the arena were telling me that you really can actually hear the cleats on the floor. You can hear all that screeching. You can hear the ball thumping when you're only talking about 4,000 people. So it's going to be quite different. You're going to be cheering in your own little bubble and I guess air fiving across the arena to the other crowd. But yeah, it is going to be a different experience. Maybe still just as exciting because the game will be the same. You're still going to be hoping for your team, rooting for your team, and waiting for that final basket in the last second. So it really, I think it'll be just as exciting as maybe watching it at home, but definitely not where you're used to, you know, having that crowd roaring around you.
Yeah.
But for folks who have been just itching to get out of the house, hey, it's gonna be better than just being on the couch watching it on TV with a virtual crowd.
Hey, you never know, too. I mean, obviously they had to do this in the bubble before, and some players, I think, liked it, having the fake fans out there. These are going to be real fans, though, so it's a step back into normalcy, though.
Absolutely. It's a step in the right direction. And, you know, the team says they will continue to assess as the season goes on. Hopefully, the vaccine getting out there, numbers will start falling, and they're able to slowly bring those numbers up as far as capacity and get up to maybe 25, 50% eventually. That's the goal here. So hopefully that works out sooner than later, because I know a lot of folks really want to get back out here. But, you know, a lot of measures being taken here at the arena. They also, it's kind of neat, I don't want to let you go without mentioning this, but they also have done a lot of things that the fans won't be able to actually see with their eyes. They've put in filters, new filters for the airflow, and there's actually a UV light filtration system that will zap the bacteria, the viruses out of the air during that filtration process. They've already also increased the air being pushed out to make sure that the airflow inside the venue is higher than ever before. And they also have installed those UV light sanitizers underneath all of the escalator railing. So as that railing, that handrail goes under the escalator, it will get zapped multiple times every revolution. So on top of all the cleaning they're doing on the surfaces, that's going to be doing it kind of back of house. So a lot being done here, definitely to keep. I was speaking with the CEO here of the venues, and he was telling me a lot's riding on this. You know, this is their big test, getting out there, making sure that they have those protocols in place and that everyone feels comfortable so that they can buy tickets and they will come back to attend another game in person and tell their friends about it. So tomorrow will be a big test to these safety protocols and procedures that will be in place, and hopefully all goes well and everyone feels comfortable to come back and root the Magic on another day.
Yep, with those masks on. All right, Fox 35's Robert Guadarrama out there in Orlando. We appreciate you for breaking it down for us.
You bet.
And again, you're watching News Now from Fox, where we are bringing you everywhere today. We went to the Capitol Hill in the White House to talk about President Trump and those pardons that are going on, which we're going to break down